Hello Twin Flames and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela. Thank you for watching God Conscious Twin Flame 1111. I just finished the Divine Masculine reading, so I want to see where the Divine Feminines are for the energy for this week of August 27th through September 3rd. It'll be interesting to see if there is a synergy between the energies of both partners, kind of like what we saw over the weekend. We are in the full moon, which has been extremely positive. It is the moon of manifestations and your dreams coming true, which we kind of saw over the weekend. So hopefully you're starting to see this in your everyday existence. The angels want to keep you encouraged, so they will give you signs that you're on the right path and that you are moving forward. And sometimes the signs don't appear as we think that we would like them to appear, but they are working in your favor, so please know that. But this moon manifestation, if you haven't done a ritual, please, if you can, go out and just release anything that's not serving you. I went to the beach last night and released everything that wasn't serving me. Asked the Divine to provide me with the tools and the wisdom for my next steps moving into the fall, because this is the last full moon of the summer. So I encourage you to do the same. Maybe take a salt bath or whatever ritual you feel guided to. I'd like to go into the ocean and cleanse. Also, if you have crystals, please set them out with your intentions for new, positive, powerful, loving energies to come toward you. And you can set them out. I usually use a crystal, a glass bowl, to charge my crystals out in the moonlight. I did that last night, and they also got the benefit of some sunlight this morning, so they are charged and ready to be used for my meditations. So I'm going to encourage that. I want to thank everybody for being a part of my life and my journey, and I want to thank all those that saw fit to donate, that received benefits from these readings. It means a lot. If you want to donate, the link is below. If you want to get a personal reading on your situation, those links are below as well. So I'm going to go right into it. We did the Sarah Young in the Divine Masculine reading, so you can go back to that. But they're urging me to just go on with the Divine Feminine reading. So I'm going to pull this spread. I'm going to ask the angels and guides for their guidance with the Divine Feminine on how they want for you to move forward. Ace of Wands was showing up. This came up in the Divine Masculine reading as well. The Ace of Wands is a creative burst of energy, which is appropriate for this new moon. So there's an idea, an inspiration that was given to you that you did not follow up on. They're asking you to do so. Let me just fix these. Okay, this way we can. They're asking you to do so, so that you can further your path. So they can help you further your path. It's better stated. So I ask God, the angels, all the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Ariel, and any of the ones that I'm not yet familiar with. Jesus, Mary Magdalene, the initial twin flames who started all of this to get us to unconditional love. We're asking for a clear view reading for the Twin Flame Collective, so that may it go through this week with the advice and guidance of divine assistance, and so it is. I ask that you use me as a clear channel, as a vessel to relay these messages to the beloveds out there. All right, so I thank you guys. Wow. Divine Feminine, your overall energy. Divine Masculine had this. Don't fret. What I'm going to ask you is don't fret. That's the overall energy. And meanwhile, the full moon brings the complete opposite of this. So if you're in this energy, ask that this be cleared. This energy is of regret, not seeing the 2 cups behind you. Maybe you haven't heard from your divine partner and you're just thinking about and feeling discouraged. Maybe thinking about, well, if he would do this, or if I did that. That's not coming from the angelic realm. That's coming from the insecure realm. That's coming from... and then you got this again, because I put that back in the deck. You have an inspiration. Follow that inspiration. Follow that divine guidance. It's important for you to start to see beyond the illusions of the world. That card came up as the card of the day for the Facebook page. So that's overall Twin Flame energies. You have also the Queen of Wands. He was the King of Wands. So the both of you are in this balancing act in the Queen of Wands energy. And he had the Wheel of Fortune, and you got it at the end, at the bottom of the deck. So everything is shifting. They're asking you to not be nostalgic the way things used to be, because they're going to be revealed to you in a brand new way. You're going to... too much focus on the past is not fruitful for you, because things are going to be converted and transmuted in a way in which surpasses all understanding. They're suggesting that you leave the Twin Flame on the back burner right now and focus on the opportunities that are being presented to you. Maybe that new inspired idea. Pursue your goals. Follow your heart. So let's see what else they're telling us. What I'm getting in the Ace of Wands, a new inspired idea that was given to you that you ignored. Maybe you were waiting for your, Twin Flame to do something and he didn't. But you have the ability to change that which that is no longer serving you. There is no reason to fret. You have everything you need within you to make these changes. Utilize the energy in the positive. If it's not in the positive, it's not... how do I say that? That's not right. Wisdom. Because even if it's not in the positive, you're going to learn a lesson that will be for the positive. But be open to change. Be open to not knowing. Be open to see how that's all fiery. Be open to how the divine is guiding you. They want you to be open. Not stuck in the nostalgia of the past. Having faith. Emperor. Yeah. Okay. So, Divine Feminines, have faith. Things are coming to a lot of fiery energies in here. Look at this. Wow. So, but all new things are coming to you. The unexpected is you're going to be guarded as you move through this week. Maybe because you're going to hear from the Divine Masculine. You want things to be fair and in the upper position. You want things to be fair, and you want to be a little bit more, what's the word? Kind of more of the ruler in the situation, from the divine inspirations, from the path of learning, things that work and things that don't work for you. But you have 3 major arcana going across. They're showing me this again for many Divine Feminines are feeling heartbroken. Maybe there was an end of a karmic situation. Maybe he was in a relationship with somebody else. I know that I saw that on one of the comments that that the divine was counterpart was in a relationship engaged, and it's breaking your heart. There's another. The time is not right now. And if you're feeling this heartbreak, you want to look for ways in which to overcome it. To the positive, it is a death of a situation. So maybe it's a death of that relationship that you're not seeing. Death of the relationship that you're not seeing. Overall, but you've got some similar cards. He was the King of Wands, you're the Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, he had that in his unexpected. And you're unexpected. You're probably going to hear something. You're going to be very guarded. Maybe it's because of what had happened over here with this heartbreak. Begin anew. Let all things come to a close, because this is in a line. It's showing me let the past be the past. Don't bring up this old heartbreak. Don't stay in this old heartbreak. There is a reason that he had to go through the karmic lessons. I'm saying he had to use it, but he had to be in another relationship to see himself, to see the error of his ways, to see what's going on. And until he goes through those lessons of where his brokenness resides, doesn't mean that you need to take on his brokenness. I'm going to ask for some clarifying cards. They want you to have faith. This is faith in your work position, that all things are working out to good. This full moon is bringing you that energy of it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. I'm going to do a energy reading, just pulling out the Ciro Marchetti Tarot for okay, Ciro Marchetti. So in your home position, you're creating this change in this social change, social responsibility in pure love to the twin flame community and into your family community, into your church community. Social change really means to be embracing everybody exactly where they're at, rather than trying to fix or control them into what you want. And accepting that the twin is where they're supposed to be, even if it's in karmic pattern. Show me with the swords. So that whole middle section, though looks ominous, is really the new full moon is bringing to you life, is what that means. A whole new situation, a whole new beginning. That's the end of this struggle. That's the end of protecting yourself. That's the outcome. Okay, show us what else you can about that card. About the end of this situation. Yeah. So, the encouragement for you this week is do not be stingy with your love, that's what this is. Don't be stingy, just give. Just give, unconditionally give. And it looks like you're going to get a new emotional offer at the end of this, and probably the end of the week, the end of we're at the end of the month. A new emotional offer is coming to you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King. So yeah, we have the King of Cups. This is the end of this situation. And the Sun card. Ace of Swords. New thoughts. Being illuminated by the star. You guys really have a lot to look forward to. So if you're feeling this, know that you're going to be going through that phase pretty quickly. And you got to really rely on the divine. You got to rely on your faith at this point. You have to rely on patience and perseverance. Long-suffering. Look up long-suffering as one of the fruits of the Spirit. Not necessarily the fruits of the Spirit, but as what love is. And sometimes we have to suffer through other people's misbehavior in order to really understand ourselves. Where have I been not loving? Where have I put somebody in front of somebody else because I didn't want to deal with it? Where have I caused pain? That pain is coming up for healing, by the way, in the Three of Swords. And it sometimes, that can be the end of the karmic situation. Or maybe you just saw it. This is also projection. Projecting that there's somebody else. Don't project. Don't project. They want for you to find balance. Observe your thoughts. Observe the people around you. Observe how you react to them. Look at it from every which angle. Every which way. You're getting threes. 2 and 1, 3, 3. Yeah. Take a look at this situation from every which angle. See only the love. And then for some of you, win or lose. And it shows the heart. It kind of shows that heartbreak. Because of control. So, surrender is what I'm hearing. Surrender. Surrender. Don't project these ideas onto your Divine Masculine, because you will make that manifest. Project that which you want. Healing, balance, love, unconditional, acceptance. Unconditional acceptance. They don't want you to be stuck in the energies of a non-truth. You can release all of that with this new full moon, and new things will come to you. Can you see them? Are you going to allow them to come to you, or are you going to block it with your fears? Don't let your fears block what's rightfully yours. So I want to also talk about, they're telling me, the twin flame journey. Not all of us go back to the relationship with the twin. The purpose of it was to clear blocks and to become whole and to become reliant on the divine. A lot of us are focused so much on union that we're not focusing on the lessons. I talk about this a lot, but they're saying, you can bring it up again. There is no win or lose, except in how I view things. There is no right or wrong, except in how I view things. If I want to view it that way, heal. If I want to view it as I'm winning or I'm losing, and I don't win, and I actually lose, it's an opportunity to heal. So, be in the process of healing, be in the process of openness, be in the process of abundance, be in the process of honoring yourself, be in the process of knowing that this is a healing journey. Whether you ever get together with your twin flame or not is not the main point. The main point is that you're going to heal all of the untruths in your life up until this point, so that you go to, when and if you do get into your twin flame relationship, it is from a perspective of wholeness rather than from a perspective of deficit. That's where the social change exists. We don't want to control, we don't want to manipulate, we don't want to be in fear. Control and manipulation is a fear. That's where the social change is have to occur in the Emperor status, which you carry, by the way. You can be the Emperor in that situation. Alright, so Kuan Yin needs to come out. Because I'm being told that there's a healing ritual available to you guys. Bear with me so I can find the book. Healing ritual. Let's see what she says. Okay, so divine. She is a divine feminine who went through these. I was thinking about this morning. Jesus and Mary Magdalene were the original twin flames. And Jesus died on the cross, so she no longer had him with her in the physical realm. She only had him for the number of years that she had him, and she was left alone. Now, it is said that they had a child named Sarah, and that she continued her journey in France. So, if she can live without her twin, you and I can live without ours. And we are to be the light bearers, and we are to be loving, and we are to be moving forward in a way that the divine, and being the, wow, I can't wait to see what the divine is doing next, as opposed to I'm not getting what I want and this is no good. If you do book a personal reading, please be aware that the guides are going to tell you what you want, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You may want to reach out to your twin. You can do that, but please know that there's a lesson behind that when you do it, especially if you do it and they say no. So you can feel within you, should I do it or should I not do it? The answers you have are within you. What you would get a reading for is to find out exactly how you need to be guided and what you need to do. And maybe you want to see a little bit of how it can be helpful for bringing you through a lesson. And so getting readings just to really, get the answers you want is not going to be helpful for you if you're not willing to do what they tell you in those readings. So I had to put that out there because I had a situation where that happened. You do have to be obedient to the divine and to the angels in order to realize the potentiality. Then you can make a decision. If your twin is not in his highest vibration or her highest vibration, you don't want to be with them anyway, because it's just going to be more of the same. You want and deserve that which is going to serve you and them and the collective, whatever collective is around you. We're asking for a healing. Yes, thank you. Okay. Sound the fierce flute. It's an 11, 9 plus 2. So it's 29, but it's an 11. Look at how beautiful. Okay. So let's see what that says. Okay. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your spiritual intentions. Like a fierce-sounding flute, cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values and spiritual destiny. That's what this is about. And that's what this is about. So you're going to be ending the judgment phase and going into the phase of discernment. Discerning whether or not it's time for you. Okay, so your discernment allows you to stay true to your values and spiritual destiny without getting caught up in distraction. If you wish to grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance, then discerning between higher and lower vibrational choices is helpful. It is wise to be accepting of all of life and not to judge people or situations as good or bad. I just said that. They're validating. Some are more pleasant than others, and yet sometimes a challenge can turn out to bring us great growth and opportunity, which in turn becomes a blessing. However, this does not mean that we are wise to abandon the power of choice. We can use our discernment to be guided on our path to the most joyful, uplifting, and helpful experiences for our soul growth. Discernment is not judgment. It does not render some things better or worse than others. It is the power of selection based on desire or intention. If we intend to grow through joy and adventure rather than fear or suffering, then we use our discernment to make choices that feel expansive and uplifting rather than constrictive or draining. That's for this. That's advice for you for this and for that, because that's constricting. They don't want that. Discernment is necessary in all realms of life, from the physical to the spiritual, from the sort of lifestyle we choose to lead to the people we choose to spend time with, or the ways that we spend most of our time, even the kinds of spiritual energies that we invoke. Discerning choices help us craft our reality. A wise use of discernment helps to be truthful, clear, and accurate in our perception. Like the fierce flute cutting through all vibrations, discernment shatters illusions and gets to the truth of a matter, right to the essence. With truth, there are no nasty surprises later on, or if there are, we can deal with them swiftly and use them for growth with minimal suffering. We can ascertain what is real and what is false. This inner knowing informs our choices so that we seek out those people, places, opportunity, and experiences that feel aligned with love. Then our life path becomes one of greater joy and well-being. Your discerning powers are growing, and you are capable of greatest discernment when you listen to your heart and are able to let go of fear and shame, which can cloud your perception. This oracle has come to you because you are in need of seeing a situation in your life from your heart rather than from appearances. Don't be afraid to trust your own vision, beloved. Faith. It will help you live your truths and take care of your own soul. So we're going to do the ritual, sounding the fierce flute. Sit with your journal or notebook and for a moment contemplate your deepest desires this lifetime and write down several of these. Some examples might be to experience abundance and prosperity on material and spiritual levels, to experience genuine love and friendship, to feel free to be your whole self, to creatively express yourself, to grow spiritually and taste the bliss of your divine nature. Say aloud with me now, I now give myself permission to make choices that feel aligned with my deepest intentions. I forgive myself for any time I have not made choices that support my deepest intentions. I forgive others who might have held me back, even without meaning to do so. And I now choose to be discerning in my choices so that I create my life experience as I most desire and intend it to be. I call on Kuan Yin to sound her fierce flute so that I may shatter illusion and discern truth. and so it is. And so here's a prayer for the fierce flute. Dearest Kuan Yin, who sees from the highest perspective and knows the truths in all situations, please help me discern the best possible choices available to me. Bless me with the awareness I need to make choices that support my deepest desires this lifetime. May my spiritual intentions be blessed and manifest. Help me see beyond illusion, beloved, into the deeper truths of matter, the deeper truth of matters. Sound your flute so fierce with love and compassion and clarity now. Om Mani Padme Hum. So, Divine Feminine. What a powerful. So I'm going to encourage you to find a flute video on YouTube. Let's see what we can play, because you can manifest your highest vibrations. This is frozen. I cracked my phone the other day, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty. Okay, flute. Okay, flute meditation music. Oh, they have tons of them. So I'm going to do the Middle Eastern one because it's all 11111. And this is by Meditative Mind. And while we're doing that, I'm going to bring the archangels in for further guidance. What other guidance do you have, archangels, for the Divine Feminine as she goes into these changes, these endings and new beginnings, through her gift of discernment? And we thank you, and so it is. Wow, I feel that. Thank you to the spirits, the Holy Spirit in particular, for being with us. This is the one that left. Seven of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So some of you do need help to get through this. And don't be afraid to ask for help. So I hope that was enlightening for you. And if you would like to book a private reading for specific guidance for your path and your journey, please click one of the links below. And in the meantime, I'm going to send you blessings of love and peace for a very fruitful week in your new gift that they're asking you to enhance, to develop, to grow, and to get better at. And yeah, lots of love to you guys.